Oh, hello. You caught me reading. Couldn't put it down. The #1 bestseller, Poor, by Catriona O'Sullivan, is my guilty pleasure today. They're listening to a tape. There used to be cassette tapes that you listen to in your car radio. They're listening to Fleetwood Mac, Go Your Own Way. And so I could relate. So I'm gonna go my own way. So anyway, this is Daisy, the Irish sheep. And Daisy wanted us to read Madeline today. So I wanted to please Daisy, so we're gonna read Madeline. This is Madeline, Ludwig Bemelmans. Yeah, Bemelmans. Yeah, that's it. In an old house in Paris that was covered in vines. So what do you think's going to happen in a house in Paris covered in vines? This is our front cover. That's a famous place in Paris. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread. And brushed their teeth and went to bed. And brushed their teeth and went to bed. They smiled at the good, they frowned at the bad. They smiled at the good, they frowned at the bad. And sometimes they were very sad. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. And sometimes they were very sad. They left the house at 9:30. In rain or shine. In rain or shine. In rain or shine. The smallest one was Madeline. She was not afraid of mice. The youngest one was Madeline. She was not afraid of mice. She loved winter, snow, and ice. To the tiger in the zoo, Madeline just said, poo-poo. She loved winter, snow, and ice. To the tiger in the zoo, she just said, poo-poo. And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavell. In the middle of one night, Miss Clavell turned on her light and said, something is not right. Something is not right. Little Madeline sat in bed, cried and cried, her eyes were red. And soon after Dr. Cone came, he rushed out to the phone and he dialed, Dan Tun 10-6. Nurse, he said, it's an appendix. In the car with a red light, they drove out into the light. Madeline woke up 2 hours later in a room with flowers. She woke up 2 hours later in a room with flowers. What could that mean? Oh, there's that place again. This is called the Eiffel Tower. It is a tower or a structure in Paris. Madeline soon ate and drank. On her bed there was a crank, and a crack on the ceiling had the habit of sometimes looking like a rabbit. And cranks on hospital beds used to be like an old car crank, like to start an old car. But if you crank the bed, it makes it raise up or down. You go this way, raise it up clockwise, go counterclockwise, puts the bed down. There's some little trivia for you. One nice morning, Miss Clavell said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline? Tiptoeing with solemn face, with some flowers and a vase." Tiptoeing with solemn face, with some flowers and a vase. In they walked and then said, "Ah," when they saw the toys and candy and the dollhouse from Papa. But the biggest surprise by far on her stomach was a scar. "Goodbye," they said. "Well, come again," and the little girls left in the rain. They went home and broke their bread, brushed their teeth, and went to bed. They went to bed. It's a lot of little girls. And Miss Clavell. In the middle of the night, Miss Clavell turned on the light and said, "Something is not right." And afraid of a disaster, Miss Clavell ran fast and faster. And she said, "Please, children, do tell me what is troubling you." She ran fast and she ran faster. And all the little girls cried, "Boo-hoo! We want to have our appendix out too." "Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well, and now go to sleep," said Miss Clavell. And she turned out the light and closed the door, and that's all there is. There isn't any more. That's all there is. There isn't any more. So all this took place in an old house in Paris that was covered in vines, where there lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. That's what it says on the back. There's our back cover, and there's our front cover. I hope you enjoyed that story. It said the smallest and the bravest one is Madeline, whose adventurous spirit and outrageous antics have delighted boys and girls for over 70 years. Now even the youngest readers can enjoy this timeless favorite in a sturdy board book format. So I picked that book up at Marshall's. I got it for $6.99. It says in the U.S. it sells for $9.99 and in Canada for $11.50. So anyway, I got it for $6.99 at Marshall's on a vacation, on a holiday. And another thing I wanted to let you know is it was a Caldecott honor book. So it's a very good book. Nice rhyming book. So I hope you enjoyed that. Remember to read more in 2024 and grow your brain. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Helps if you turn the remote the right way. Well, maybe it doesn't.